streaming to multiple places, so just bear with us. We'll be on in a few seconds. There we go. If you are able to see us and hear us, can you please comment in the comment section so we know? Looks like we're working here. And we're getting a few highs coming in, so that looks like that's good. Can everyone on Facebook hear us? I know there's a slight delay, so can you let us know, please? Hi there, Bruno. Hi, Ian, and well, Hitz and JP as well. So, nice one. It looks like everyone can hear us. So give us a few seconds and we will be going live. Welcome to today's podcast presentation with AeroCool in association with Tech for Text and CMS Distribution. Episode 3, Return of the Cooling. This is the live show. I'm your host, Philip Griffiths, and today we'll be talking to Dean Shaw of AeroCool. How are you doing today, Dean?
I'm good, Phil. Are you?
I'm not doing too bad, thank you. It's not been too bad today. It's been quite dry, which makes a change, and it's not been too hot or cool either, so it's always good. And also today we have Hitz on the show, who is Business Development Manager at CMS Distribution, and you may know him as, from his days at Gigabyte. And we also have JonPaul Warren, also known as JP, who is the Product Sales Manager at CMS Distribution as well. How are you doing today, Hitz?
Hi, Phil. Not too bad yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. And what about yourself, JP?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Right. First of all, before we get started, if you are a member of the Tech for Text Facebook group, you have a chance of winning one of 4 AeroCool cooling products today. All you have to do is click on the link in the live chat when I post it shortly. And again, this is for only people who are in the Tech for Text Facebook group. Winners will be announced after the live show. Again, make sure you click on the link to win. It will be posted multiple times. We'll also be having a live questions and answers with AeroCool and CMS after the presentation from Dean. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment or the chat area on Facebook or YouTube. Questions can be anything from what's the best case for whatever, or why should I buy from CMS Distribution over other distributors, or whatever you want. Anything to do with CMS Distribution and AeroCool, ask away and we'll try and get everything answered as soon as possible. So first of all, let's go over to Dean for the presentation.
Okay, cheers, Phil. Let's just get this show on the road. And we have got a bit of...
Have you broke it already?
Yeah, it's not sharing, Phil. Yeah, it says screen sharing failed. To start, please try again later.
Oh, that's good timing, isn't it?
I think Zoom's broke. Let me try something else.
Try now.
No, it's not wanting to do it, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's a good start, should we say? If you want to,
here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Can you see? Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be coming through okay. Can everyone else let us know in chat if you can see that okay? That looks to be the case. Good.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it another go. So here we go. So yeah, just going back to AeroCool origin. So we're actually 18-year-old today. This year. And it started back in Taiwan where we actually, the first things that AeroCool did was CPU coolers. So we're going back to origin. We've done a lot of research and a lot of development of different coolers. We've sort of been out of the cooling game for a while, for a couple of years, and we started back sort of last year and sort of started producing more and more coolers. So we do quite a vast range of air coolers and water coolers now. Some are commercial that you've probably not seen. So, you know, a lot of companies using them for commercial builds for systems, etc., etc. But you know, we are sort of developing more for the gaming market as well. So today I've got some to show you, some current range, like you can see on the screen, the Core Plus, but also some exciting news of things to come and landing in November as well with a brand new range. So I'll just go through the slides. There's a lot of information on the slides. I won't go into everything, but I'm sure you can watch back the video later if you want to go through every single bit of information on each slide. So the Core Plus. So this is a sort of flat air cooler, ARGB, really stylish design, low profile as well. Something that a lot of SIs were asking for as well. It does look very similar to a couple of others. I've seen a couple of others on the market, but we actually developed this one to be a bit better. I think a few that look like this are around 80 watts TDP, but ours is actually 125, which I've given to some customers already to test it out. They were quite surprised that, you know, it wasn't the same as the one that looks very similar. So they switched over to this one. Compatible with AM4, AM3, AM2 Plus, and so on as well. So Intel and AMD motherboards. So really good static pressure as well and cooling dynamics. So very efficient fans that obviously you can see in the image that go around. This is the actual retail box side of it. So again, it's ARGB, so it's got the 3-pin connectors inside the box. But I think the best thing about it is the price. So it's selling for around $13.99. So it's not a bank breaker. For anybody what wants to build a very sort of money conscious system, then I think this is a great addition. So that's the Core Plus. So on to Cylon. So many of you will probably have seen our Cylon cases. So as you can see, the Cylon 4 air cooler on the top very much reflects the front of the Cylon case with the what we call the backslash LED system. Also on the front, it's got an ARGB sort of integrated fan as well. So you get the actual cooling through the system, but also you get the lights from both sides. So this is the way it looks vertically. Very good TDP again, 145 watts. So this is the one that I've actually got in my gaming PC, and it does a brilliant job. I don't get any issues at all with the heat. And it looks fabulous as well. So ARGB, so you can either hook it up to the hub that comes with our cases, or you can hook it up to a compatible 3-pin ARG motherboard as well. As you can see, that's the 3-pin that you get with the actual unit, and also the PWM connector for the controlling of the speed. Airflow obviously goes through the front and through the fins to the back to cool, and then down through, you know, and out of your PC. So really keeps it very efficient, and it's really quiet as well, to be honest. I was very surprised on how quiet it was in the system. So as you can see, the 4 heat pipe with the copper on the ends, that's what draws the heat away from the CPU. And this is the retail packaging. So again, it follows on suit with everything that we do on our retail packaging. RRP's around $35.99. I have seen it slightly less for some sellers, As I say, it's been out for about 6 months now. But it tends to keep its price very sort of stable, and it's a really good seller. Let's say this is the one that I've got in my PC, and it does look stunning. On to something new. So Mirage is going to be our brand new range of cooling. So this stock actually lands in November, so it'll be out ready for Christmas. So something a bit different with this one. So the Mirage range will be sort of what we call an infinity mirror look. So on every part of the range, you'll get that infinity look, but it's all ARGB as well. Very good quality. The Mirage 5 has been in development for about 3 years now. So every time I've been over to the office in Taiwan, you've seen different stages of development and prototypes until they've got it right. I know that they had one last year when I went, and you know, it wasn't quite right, but it still looks stunning. So as I said, it gives you the infinity glass feature at the front. On the side, very good fin cooling. This is, you know, going to be, I think, a really good cooler to put in for a decent system. 5-pipe as well, so you know it's really going to keep your cooling system down. 150 watt TDP, so there's plenty there to keep it going. As I say, the heat core, again, there's your 5 pipes. And actually, it's got like a turbine fan in the middle. So this is what's the sort of the great bit about this cooler, is actually it drives the heat. It pulls the heat up and through as well the pipes and out at each side. So you get a 360-degree cooling. As you can see, the fans, the fins at the side. So very efficient. And also, again, the 3-pin ARGB connections with the PWM connection as well. So for this, I know a lot of air coolers don't have sort of any support for the back of the motherboard. This actually does, and it really supports it well. So you don't get any movement around, and you don't get any sort of warping of your motherboard because it's held right on the back, and it'll give it that support. Again, Intel and AMD supported. Bit more spec there if you want to go back and look through that a bit later. I'll not bore everybody tonight though. And here's the packaging. So again, in the same style as everything else. RRP $39.99, which I think is a really good price. And it doesn't look what it looks in the actual images. It looks even better. When you see it in the flesh, it looks really, really good. So on to water coolers. So again, in our Mirage range, this time we're going for the 3. So we're going for the 120, 240, and for the first time ever, a 360 water cooler. There you go, that's the lineup. So something different with this as well. For the header as well, the cooling header, we have gone with the Mirage look and feel with a carbon finish as well. But also, as you see on the left, the fan has the same effect as the Mirage fan look and lighting as well. Also, very good quality braided pipes, so you're not going to get any sort of kink or flex, and it'll look a lot better in your system as well. That's the 240 version, and that's the 360. Again, with our design, we've done the thin micro channels for the water block, so it moves the heat the fastest away from you know, the actual CPU to keep it nice and cool. This is going to be a great water cooler for overclocking and a performance system as well. So as you can see as well, this is the fan. So a high static pressure fan as well. Looks great, but also performs really well. And it's also very quiet. So this is the retail boxing for the Mirage water cooling range. So pricing, so we're looking at the starting off the 120 is $69.99, 240 $79.99, and the 360 is $89.99, which I think is really good value for the money. I say you'll actually see the quality of the products when you actually get your hands on them. So on to fans. So continuing the Mirage range, obviously you've seen the 12 centimeter fan on the actual water coolers. So this is going to be available to buy separately as well. Again, great static pressure. So this is the Mirage 12 packaging. So that starts at $8.99. But also with a lot of our range as well, we do the Pro kit. So it consists of 3 fans, a hub, and a remote control. So you can convert your system, your PC, if you've not got that already built into your PC. You can have a fully controllable PC. But you can also plug in third-party ARGB into the actual hub as well. So the 3-pin, so it has got some sockets for them. But also the little 3-pin for RGB strips. So you can actually add strips in from a third party as well. So Eclipse, so you've probably seen these around. They've been selling for quite a few months now. We do now do the Aero 1 Eclipse case. So if you do that and you're building with that, you can buy extra fans. But also you can buy the cooling, the 3-fan and the hub and remote Pro kit as well. So the fan in the box, $8.99. And the Pro kit's $30.99. So launched earlier this year, the Duo series are still going strong. So we've got quite a big sort of various lineup for this. So we do the 12 centimeter, 14 and 20, and also the 12 Pro kit with the 3 fans, hub and the remote. So that's the 14. With 24 LEDs. Here's a retail packaging. So again, the 12 is $8.99, the 14 $9.99, the 20 centimeter fan is $13.99, and the Pro kit is $35.99 for that one. So that's it. So I just want to talk again. I know Phil mentioned about the actual competition. So today, we're actually going to give away a Cylon for Aero Cooler that you've seen. But also, I wanted to sort of send out, as soon as it lands, some Mirage products to let you have a real look at these. So one of the winners will get a 120 watt cooler. One winner will get a Mirage 5 air cooler. And also, we're going to give a 240 millimeter water cooler as well. So hope you enjoyed the show. Any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask as well. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Dean. That's some very interesting products and some really interesting prices as well, to be honest. I was actually surprised at the pricing you've got there for that. So I must admit, I'd like to get my hands on some of those Mirage products. They do look really, really interesting, especially the, I think it was the Mirage 5, which looks a bit like a turbine inside the, like quite a few people in the chat look like they're quite interested in it as well. So let's just go through what a few of the people have said in the chat first. Let me go through them all. Here we go. So a lot of people, oh, I'm liking that. Very decent price. Peter Whitehouse, I think this was on the Mirage 5 as well. It says similar to some of the next without the stupid price. Again, I'm not sure exactly which products you were mentioning there, but interesting. Some sexy fan units there. So yeah, more people saying the Mirage 5 looks awesome. I think the Mirage 5, to be honest, looks like it's going to be a winner for you guys by the looks of it.
Yeah, I say the guys, the PMs and everybody in the office, and even I've had a hand in, helping develop it over the last couple of years. it's been a sort of family joint venture to make it the best we can, but also, you know, for the best possible price. You know, we don't want to offer products that are really high priced just for the sake of it. You know, we want to offer the best price for the best with the best product.
That's pretty good. First question coming through, and that's directed at you, Dean, is what sort of lifespan could you be expected from AeroCool coolers? I've only purchased power supplies and casing in the past, and that's from Shear Smith.
So lifespan of, well, I can look at fans and give you a bit of information regarding sort of a fan or a cooler, really. So I think you're looking around, let's think, about 60,000 hours for that's looking at the Mirage 5.
That's pretty good then, to be honest. What sort of warranty do those come on, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, most AeroCool products get a 2-year warranty. So this is no different. So you'll get 2 years. So I think 60,000 hours is a fair time.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. We've also been asked what sort of time scale of when will they be available from Richard Creedy?
They're going to be landing very early in November. So we've been trying to get them quickly shipped over. So we're just waiting for the production to finish because we've literally just sort of done the retest. So when we develop products, we don't just send them straight out. What we'll do is, obviously, we've had a pre-production sample. We check that, but also when we actually do the sample, the production end run, we actually take samples from out of the whole run and actually put them through the paces again, so we know that there's no problem or, you know, little tweaks that we need. That we've done that. We've actually got to the end of the production, checked some products, and it wasn't quite right to what we wanted it. So we put it back in production, and we delayed the product, to be honest, because unless we were 100% sure and confident of the product, we wasn't going to release it.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest with you. It's always best to do that rather than releasing something and then it being absolute rubbish. We've seen that with different manufacturers in the past, and I'm pretty sure that they've not tested the stuff before they've released it, and then within 6 months they've had to bring a revision out. So it's good to see that you're on top of that. Cormac, I'm pretty much going to ignore that question about can you get specialized stickers with chicken on them for it. He's got some sort of chicken fetish, so just ignore him. So Shia says 60,000 hours, that's unreal. So she seems to be happy with your answer for that one. Can we cool GPU and CPU, the CPU, with one water cooling radiator, or do we need separate? And that's from Peter Wright.
Yeah, it's just CPU for this one. So we've not really ventured into GPU cooling. So I think a lot of specialist people do that, and I think it's probably something that we may do in the future, but with no plans to on the roadmap.
Yeah, it's quite hard to do cooling on GPUs of all those different designs and styles and shapes and everything like that. And then obviously getting one what hooks up to the CPU in all in one block anyway is not straight as easy.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
I think we'll leave it to the custom loop guys for that one.
Yeah, the enthusiasts, shall we call them. So that's pretty good. I've had a anonymous message, and this is aimed at you guys at CMS, either JP or Hitz. And the question is this person is looking for another supplier, basically. They currently use 2 distributors, and they're looking for a third. Why should they use you guys, or what do you offer? What's different to other distributors, should we say? Then that's for either JonPaul or Hitz.
Yeah, I guess for the independent side of the channel, we've started, we kind of looked at it as looking after them from a cradle to grave sort of a process. So, you know, if you buy stock from us, you know, it's not about you buy it, we wash your hands of you guys. You know, we'll follow it through until you've sold it through. So, you know, for me, it's always about that, you know, kind of from the point of sale to the point of you kind of selling it, and then also supporting you with anything on returns and stuff. So, you know, you'll never be in a situation where, you know, we kind of leave you there to, you know, stuck on product, or, you know, without supporting you, or like say, leaving you with any issues with returns as well. You know, distribution, it's fairly standard. We offer most of what everyone else offers. We just kind of look at the small SIs and the independent channel as being key to us. And I think customer service is probably key. You know, and that's kind of where, you know, we kind of like to say that we can do a job for you. The only thing I'd say is give us a try, and, you know, we've got to really prove ourselves. You know, it's in the pudding, to say the least.
That sounds pretty good. Right. If anyone else has got any more questions, now's the time to ask them in chat, because when we've gone through all the questions, it'll be the end of the show, and I would advise you get your questions in now. So next question I do have is from Richard Oldfield, and he's commenting on the AeroCool gaming chairs, and he's seen them in the past. He's asking, are they still available? And obviously that's to you, Dean.
Okay, so we've been working with CMS, and we're actually going to launch a brand new range in January. So we want to make sure that everything is absolutely spot on before we launch it. Everything's checked and tested, and we're ready to launch. So we've decided as a partnership that in January we will launch a new range, and they're quite exciting as well. Something probably you've not seen from AeroCool on the chair design at all yet. Can't share anything yet, but keep watching these spaces, and we will have some sort of previews coming up soon.
That sounds pretty good. Next question is from Justin Hay. He's saying, I'm a latecomer. Has Hitz got a webcam yet? I think the answer is no.
Justin, you okay, mate? I'm here.
Yeah, it took him a while to put his makeup on today, but he's definitely on the show, Justin. So, right, let's have a look. What else have we got? Has anyone else got any more questions? We've just had one come in, which we got asked last week. I'll chuck it over to you guys anyway. I know the answer to it, but do you have to be VAT registered to use CMS?
No.
No.
Pretty straightforward answer, that one then.
Definitely not. You don't need to be VAT registered to use us. No.
Okay, and can a sole trader also join up? You don't have to be a limited company or anything daft like that?
No, it's fine.
No, that's fine as well. So, okay, so basically anyone can join up as long as they're pretty much some form of business, and obviously you get approved through, obviously, your checks and everything, what you must be doing. Also, Hitz mentioned last week regarding a dedicated account manager. If you just want to run people through that again, who it is and why it's a benefit to just have one account manager.
So yeah, I mean, we've got Lewis Welch, who's been a dedicated gaming account manager. That's his supported role. That's what he's focusing on here at CMS. He's already built a relationship with some of the Tech for Tech members, such as E-Computers, Justin Hay, also D-Tech Computers, Steve Barker, and they've got a good relationship going on. But the benefits that Lewis can offer you as a Tech for Tech viewer and also in the community is he knows the gaming. He's worked in retail shops in the past. He's got a lot of face-to-face experience within the customer, so he actually knows how you guys at Tech for Tech certainly will be viewing and all the work you guys are doing with your customers to make sure you can deliver the best support you can to your customers. And Lewis will be doing the same thing for our customers within the independent channel moving forward.
Okay, cheers for that, Hitz. Looks like we're running out of questions today. I think most people actually took the questions through last week. But do you guys have any more comments about why people should be using CMS or what you offer or anything other different? Obviously, we know AeroCool are well, the only place to get AeroCool through yourselves. Do you have anything else you would like to add, either Hitz or JP?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, we've obviously myself, I've joined CMS in October of last year, since doing over 7 years with Gigabyte. And for myself, it was a good move to join the likes of JP and his team to grow our gaming portfolio. We have got a lot more other brands within CMS, certainly expanding our gaming portfolio. And myself as a business development manager, I want to drive the independent channel forward to giving them the best support we can here at CMS. And again, as mentioned on the last webinar we had with the cases, yeah, I want to go out and meet the customers and actually not just call you guys as other suppliers are doing, just to try and get sales into you. We want to sit here and listen to the requirements of the actual customers within the independent channel. And I myself is going to be driving this forward on the sales side, working alongside JP and all our vendors such as AeroCool. I've done a few joint visits already with AeroCool, and Dean can mention this as well, within the independent channel. And yeah, we're focusing heavily within the independent channel.
Yeah,
I just want to add something to that, Phil, as well. So, you know, I think we're AeroCool, you know, I've been with AeroCool for a while now. I love the products. That's why I work for them. But I think it's not just about the big boys, you know, the big guys out there, because a lot of people think, no, they're not going to bother with us because we're only a one-man band, or we're only a little shop somewhere, or you know, something, you know, they don't think that a vendor or, you know, a brand will be interested in talking to them. Absolutely not. It's totally opposite. We want to talk to everybody. You know, all the as Hitz said, we've been out and about last week visiting a few customers now that they're starting to emerge out from COVID to do meetings. But you know, we're there to support them, and it's not just about getting the order and then just walking away. It's obviously getting the orders, but helping them to develop their own sales and marketing. And we've got, you know, AeroCool, we've got our own dedicated people that look after our social media for the UK. So we do lots of links as well to our partners. So if we're shouting about a certain case or a cooler or a fan, you know, we'd love to link people on to say, you know, shop at X, you know, and you know, link their website onto it or their social media to link them in. And if they're doing any advertising again for AeroCool products, or even if like a PC build with an AeroCool case or PSU, then, you know, drop us a line, tell us what you're doing. We'll include you in our social media activity as well. Absolutely no charge. We want to help them, you know, grow their business along with us. So, you know, it's a big sort of world that we want to help them out in. So again, you know, if anybody's got any ideas or they want to do something with us or any queries, they can either speak to me, Hitz, or JP. And, you know, we won't sort of knock them back. You know, we'll always look at what they're offering or what they're wanting to do, and we'll help them.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest with you, Dean and Hitz. I'm going to say I always find a lot of you probably don't know, and some of you do, but obviously I own a retail store as well. And I must admit, when vendors and distributors come and visit you, you don't feel like that specifically that you have to use them, but it feels like they care about you more. I'm going to say there's nothing worse than buying from a vendor or a distributor, which all they want is basically you to buy an item. They just ring you up once a week, once a month, whenever it may be, and just try and sell and sell and sell to you. And where I'm finding with CMS and a few vendors like AeroCool who are actually coming to your shop and actually seeing what you do and how they can help your business, rather than just trying to sell you a load of excuse the language, crap that you probably don't want. And they're actually going to actually have a look and go, yeah, then maybe this will work better for you and so forth. And they're willing to work with you, which I find is pretty good. I've known Hitz for a few years from the days where he was at Gigabyte. He's a pretty good guy. I've known JonPaul for a couple of years as well. And again, it's nice that they're actually willing to come around and say, hey, how you doing? What can we do for you? And saying that, we have got some more questions come in. First is from Steve Barker. So this is going to be towards CMS. Are you going to be selling any laptops, entry-level i3s, i5s? I know that's not AeroCool related, but have you got any plans on that side of things?
Hey, Steve, how you doing? I'll answer that one. What I'd say is watch this space. We're looking to have a new brand on board, probably for mid Q4. We can't say what it is yet, just because of our contract negotiations. But yeah, watch this space. We're going to have someone in place.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Obviously, you guys let us know, let CMS, and we'll let everyone else know when you've got these guys in. Also, we've got Pete Wright. His questions about hard drives and SSD warranties. Obviously, again, nothing to do with AeroCool, but is this via the manufacturer or via CMS? So, if they have a problem with a hard drive or SSD, do they send it to you or direct to, for example, Lexar or whoever it may be?
To CMS on the SSD.
What about hard drives? Is that the same?
We don't look after it, but I believe it would be the same on the hard drives that we do. It's Toshiba. Hitz, you might be better positioned to answer that.
Yeah, I need to double check. Again, it's not an area that I look after myself, but I think it probably will be similar to the SSD credit we're getting from that. So, but I can double check with the relevant PM on that and come back to you for like I did last week on the other question. Last time we did it.
Okay, that's pretty good, Hitz. Thank you. So yeah, Hitz will get back to us with that, or JP. So hopefully that everything does get sent directly to them via warranty, which you must admit, if it does, that's pretty good, because there's nothing worse than having to send it off to whoever the brand is and having to mess about with 5 or 6 different people. It's best to just deal with one person or one company. We do have another question for CMS. Will you be getting Intel CPUs in? And I'm guessing that goes for AMD as well from some people. And that question was from Justin Hay.
I'd say hopefully AMD first.
Yeah.
Can't say much yet, but yeah, once again, watch this space.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I suppose when you've got the CPUs in, if as long as it goes to plan, then you'll have pretty much be able to build a whole machine for you guys, if that's the case. Right, I think that's it for questions. Does anyone else have anything else they want to comment before we call it a night? I'll give you a couple of seconds.
I just wanted to say well done to all the viewers who won in the competition, and the winners were announced from the last webinar we had. So well done to Cambridge Computer Services, well done to Great Computer Services, and well done to D-Tech Computers for winning the AeroCool cases. You guys should have already had a formal email from us here at CMS from 2 of the account managers. One of them should be from Lewis Welch, and the other one should be from Alina, who's one of our account managers here at CMS as well.
Okay, cheers for that, Hitz. I think that's it. I think we've just got a slight humour question for the end to finish off with, and that is for you, Hitz. And what beard trimmer are you using, mate?
Oh yeah, it's grown. I need to have another trim actually, but yeah, it's a special Hitz trimmer that.
Nice one. Right. Does anyone else have anything else to add? Do you have anything else you want to add in, Dean or JP?
I just want to say thanks for everybody. Watching. I'm sure we'll do some more in the future. It's been a great 3 series of talks, and I've enjoyed really, telling people about the products. So yeah, watch this space. We'll have some new products come in, and we'll set up a new time and do it again.
Anything for yourself, JP?
Yeah, no, likewise, just want to say thanks for everyone joining. I appreciate taking the time out to do it. And hopefully, like I say, we'll look to do more of these in the future.
Right, so that looks like that's going to be the end of the show. So I'd like to thank Dean at AeroCool for, well, this is the 3rd show he's done with us. You can see the older shows on our Facebook group or YouTube. We did one regarding power supplies, one with cases, and obviously this one here, which is for coolers. So that pretty much covers a lot of their products, but they will have more coming in the future, possibly. So other than that, I would like to thank Hitz and JonPaul at CMS Distribution for taking part in this event. If you need any of the AeroCool range or any of the products, they do stock a lot more at CMS. So if you want to have a look, make sure you take a look at their website and make sure you fill that questionnaire in, or the competition, what's on there, before you go, for a chance to win one of the 4 coolers. If you're an independent trainer, start that again. If you're an independent trader, store owner, MSP, tech vendor, distributor, you can find out more information about Tech4Techs at tech4techs.co.uk/join. Join over 900 members just like you that can give you free business or tech advice. And did I say it's totally free to join? No membership fees or cost to you. Please bear in mind when you do click join, make sure you fill the questions in. Otherwise, we will not let you in until you fill those questions in. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting local independent businesses. And we'll see you next week when we've got a ladies special on next Thursday at 8 o'clock.